Tuscaloosa, Alabama, where titles are won, legends are made, and fields are named after them. Saban Field at Bryant-Denny Stadium, home of the Alabama Crimson Tide. A Big Ten showdown coming, conference games where the results will stick with you for the rest of the season. As we'll see, the Tulane Green Wave taking on the 14th ranked team in the land, the Alabama Crimson Tide. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. Alabama about to kick off to get things started. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Trying to show them what it's going to be like all day in this house. They think they can impose their will here with the run to the right. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1. This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. On the run, it's West. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. Looking to throw, it's Boyd. And the heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
Pretty nice as a defense, right? When you can go nickel, put 5 DBs on the field, and not have to blitz anyone, trusting your front four to get the job done on third down, and they do it right there, getting the sack.
And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. Looking for a productive play on first down. From the gun, the running back has it. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one, 2nd and 8 coming up.
I'll tell you, this is a running back who's very, very dangerous, and the defense did a good job getting him down there. But you got to do a great job gang tackling, because this is a guy that can break tackles and turn those types of plays into home runs.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. He looks that one in nicely. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. He'll come out throwing on first down. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
It's hard throwing in the pocket, man. You got bodies and 300-pound dudes falling all over the place. They're trying to hit you. That time, the pressure got to them, and they forced the incompletion.
2nd down coming up. They'll leave it with him. Open space at the 25. And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes the stop.
Hey, listen, explosive plays comes in all different shapes and sizes. That time they attack the outside to the left on the ground, and that is a momentum-shifting play.
They know they have a huge advantage there. I expect them to go right back to it.
And what do you do now if you're on defense? You got to be expecting that they're going to try and tackle.
Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he sprints to the end zone. Touchdown, Bama!
And I like the running back's vision. He sees the hole, explodes through it. He knows where the goal line is, gets in the end zone, gets 6.
And the extra point makes it 7-0. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they finished it off with a 14-yard run for the score. He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Tulane offense headed back onto the field. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm, got off the field really quickly. They need to put something together here.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive, so they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this one.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Looking downfield, it's Boyd. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
We're already in the first quarter, but already you get the feeling this could be a long day for this QB. He's already been sacked. He gets hit right there on the incomplete throw. They've got to find a way to do a better job up front of protecting this guy, or it's going to be difficult to put up points.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Finds his big tight end. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a 1st down.
They pick up the 1st down on the drag route. I know that seems like a simple route, but it's actually a lot more complex than what it looks like, because that route changes based on whether it's man or zone. If it's man coverage, he's flying across the field. If it's zone, he's got to sit down.
He'll take a deep shot here. Grabs it up to 25 in stride. And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one, and the tackle is finally made. That last big play has them in business. Just outside the red zone, it's 1st and 10. Looking for room, it's West. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next down.
They'll give it to the back. And that stiff arm is a weapon for this runner. He uses it and picks up a 1st down.
Well, I know this is an offensive line that has a ton of pride, and they want to come out each and every game and really impose their will on the D-line. They got just enough push there on that run play to pick up the 1st.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going, handing the ball off.
Able to get a couple on the play. He's down at the 9.
Well, you know if you're this offense, you're dialing up this running back, man. He has been a scoring machine all season long. He just finds his way into the end zone, and this is a golden opportunity to put 6 up on the board with that guy in your backfield.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. just going to keep it after the snap. And a short gain here in the first quarter will come to a close.
That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, Alabama 7, Tulane 0.
And we'll start the second quarter as they try to hang up a 3 spot. And this one shouldn't be too taxing, a 23-yard try. Splits the uprights, it's good. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great college football matchup. Utah State has the lead right now. Logan has been jumping all week, but this game is hardly over. There is time left on that clock. They're up by a field goal. Fresno State. We'll circle back if anything changes in this exciting college football matchup.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Here comes that Alabama offense. Boy, David, they would love to stack another touchdown on top of that last drive.
And this offense did such a good job on the last drive. Everything in rhythm, moved the ball down the field, didn't make those mistakes, Jesse, and they need to do it again on this one.
Yeah, you're right. They had the defense on their heels. You wonder what sort of communication was going on that sideline. What sort of changes were they able to make, because they got to stop the bleeding right now.
Now from the 36-yard line, it's 1st and 10. He wants to throw. Dances away from the heat. On target over the middle. Excellent job working through the air there, finding a hole in that defense and picking up a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. He's looking to throw it. Fires to the wideout. On target to the left. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. Quarterback checking the play. Looking to throw, it's Pettis. Looking to buy time. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
It's really hard on a defense to drop back and know it's pass. And then a quarterback like that, he just has the ability to pull it down and just, bam, shoot through a hole, chew up yards so fast, outrun fast guys. It's just really hard to stop in today's football.
On the move. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed. He's not the biggest guy in the world, so he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
Into the end zone, and it's caught! Touchdown, Alabama!
And this quarterback really does a great job of seeing the defense and seeing what kind of coverage they're in. And I think when this offense goes empty and they spread the defense out, it just makes it so much more simple for the QB to see what the defense is doing pre-snap and then post-snap. You can tell he's playing in a great rhythm right now because he's seeing the field, and these empty sets are really helping him.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. Tulane has it back in the offense, coming out to go on the attack. They're going to have to be more aggressive in this drive. You can't expect to win this one, David, kicking field goals.
No, especially when you're trailing. You got to have a little more urgency and maybe a little more aggressiveness, Jesse. And field goals are not going to get it done down the stretch.
Yeah, you're going to have to take some shots, no doubt. Bottom line, when plays present themselves, you just simply got to make them.
Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. Going to run it. It's West. And he'll get it up to the 38. It'll be a first down.
All right, well, look, I know the defense was feeling real good about their run D coming into this one and how they've been playing up to this point, but finally, David, the offense breaks through and they finally generate something positive on the ground.
And I can't tell you how easy it is. When you're going to throw the ball consistently, and I know it, I'm going to pin my ears back, and I'm going to get to the quarterback. It makes life...
He's going for the big play. And he's got it inside the 10. Touchdown, Green Wave. Hauled it in and just kept right on running to the hallelujah land. Quick strike touchdown comes out and jump-starts the offense.
And, man, we see this in college football, so much explosiveness and firepower, and we get high-scoring game after high-scoring game, and it looks like we're on pace for one of those right now.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. You want to talk about answering each other's score. That's what we have going on right now, Jesse.
Yeah, and this offense, it's been impressive just seeing how well they've been executing, too, because they're playing with a sense of urgency, David. They know they've got to go score a touchdown every time they take the field.
It's like a tennis match. You're just trying to break serve at some point, just back and forth. Both offenses having a lot of success in this football game.
Right back to the air on 2nd and 10. Unloads to the wideout. A beautifully placed ball to the outside and the toe drag for the big pickup. Alabama may always be built on the run, but these days they elevate with a high-flying pass game.
And great coaches evolve, and we've seen the evolution of this Alabama offense over the last several years, and
he's running in the open. The 10, and he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown Tide.
I love the execution on that play. Great blocking up front just to get the ball carrier an opportunity in the second level of the defense. And then at that point, it was make a guy miss and use the speed. That was a perfectly executed play.
And the extra point is good, and they have an 11-point lead. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. And the returner will be brought down.
And the Tulane offense will take over. 1st and 10.
First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. Use the play fake, now to throw. Shakes off the defender. He'll let one go down the right side.
You know, it's a good decision by the QB because his intended target wasn't open. So throw it out of bounds, and you can live to play another day here on this drive.
Second down here, and maybe they've got time to get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this thing has been one-sided, and they hope to at least have something to feel good about going into halftime. Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. Working on the right. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout the rest of this game.
They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. To the ground, he's got it again. Running with power. And he'll pick up the first down after a tough run there.
Well, right away after picking up the first down, they go right back to their playmaker at running back. And I love the push they got up front, getting a hat on a hat, opening a huge hole for the ball.
And you become so hard to defend when you can run the football successfully on first down. You're starting like that. Now what opens up? Play action. Now you're making me play pass and run. This offense, if they can create that run physicality, now it opens up everything else.
Here comes Tulane after picking up the first down. Using his legs, it's West. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. Operating in the red zone here on second down. Wide receiver now comes in motion. The lone back's got it. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Green Wave.
You know, this offense knew coming into the season it was so important for this guy to stay healthy. They needed him week in, week out because he plays at such a high level, and he's showing it here. That last carry was his 10th rushing touchdown of the season.
So they got the touchdown, and as they kick off, really important for the defense to shut them down here. It bounds through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Here comes that Alabama offense. These two defenses have had their heads spinning here in the first half, and now we might even see a little more scoring with this drive.
It's going back and forth. This is like two heavyweights just trading blows, David. What does this defense got to do to get a stop here?
I tell you what, man, when you're giving up points like this and you've got no momentum, you got to find somebody that can make a play to create something. And listen, if they're scoring anyways, let's be aggressive. Let's blitz more. Let's make sure we're making them feel discomfort in some way, shape, or form.
A strike downfield. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Calls his own number. What a nifty run there to pick up the first down. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. Here comes the field goal unit as they'll try to take the three. And this one splits the uprights. That late in the half field goal always gives you a little boost going to the locker room, and they'll need to finish off these final few seconds and not allow them to answer. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. Just enough time for one final play of the half. He has the first and still on his feet. They'll knock him down, and that'll take us to halftime. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
24, Tulane, 17.
About to start here in the second half, Tulane will kick it away. And he's going to try to return this one. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. They opened this third quarter on top, and they built the lead on the strength of that running game.
And they made a huge statement, too, just proving to the other team that they're more physical, they're winning in the trenches. So here in the second half, David, just keep demoralizing this defense by counting the football.
Yeah, and I'm not going to let that happen. I riled up my guys at halftime. We're going to put more people in the box, and we got to come out and meet the physical challenge of this offense.
He's going to run it. Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the first down, and he slides in safely.
Yeah, I think you're just seeing the experience this guy has, right? He's so poised that initially he's flushed out of the pocket, nothing's open, and he doesn't panic. He's not throwing it away. He's not sliding early. He just knows where the defense isn't. And he's able to attack that space with his speed and get a positive play.
Now he's going to glide away from pressure. And he will wisely throw it to the kid playing the tuba.
Know the situation, know the game of football, right? When I start to get outside the pocket, I don't see anything there, I can throw the ball away. I don't have to take a sack, get a lost yardage play. I can just throw the ball out of bounds as long as it passes the line of scrimmage. We go on to the next down. No harm, no foul.
Got his man down the middle. Got room at the 35. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one. Alabama rolling quickly downfield, set up with another first down. This time they'll go to the running game. And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49.
It's the MO of this offense, and they really put a lot on the offensive line to go out and really try and establish their dominance and their assertiveness, and they've done a good job of that early in this game running the football.
Quickly complete. At the 35, he's loose. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. This offense absolutely humming as they come to the line again. Good timing on the quick out. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
And that's just a great individual effort by the wide receiver. He catches this ball way short of the sticks, but because he's able to make the defender miss, now he's able to get the extra yards and turn that into an explosive play.
They'll try to get it in with the run. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line.
And down here near the goal line, you've got to be physical. And this guy's proven it today, Palmer. They've given it to him. He's put it in the end zone twice already. I'm going to keep featuring him.
So you know the defense is going to be keying him too, right? Because he's hurt them a little bit in this game already. They're going to be finding a way to try to get some penetration, anticipating this.
Snagged in the end zone. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. If you're able to move the ball in a drive like that, the most overrated stat in football would be field position.
Agreed, and I think confidence is big right now after that last drive. To be able to flip the field like that, not just do it, but go down and score a touchdown. Running and throwing. For this offense now moving forward in this game, that last drive is going to pay big dividends.
He'll call for the fair catch here. The Tulane offense headed back onto the field. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
Couldn't find a lane, a pickup of 1 to the 31. Third down, and this offense is already in a world of trouble. They could really use a conversion, not to mention multiple scores. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. They were banking on the yards after the catch, but that went into the negative column.
And I'm banking on the ball coming out quick. When I'm a defense and understanding third and short, understanding they're going to throw the ball really quickly, try to make a play. The defense knew it, broke on the football, made a nice tackle to force a fourth down.
He steps out of bounds, but he's got enough for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. And maybe they want to try somewhere else because there is nothing doing in the middle of this defense.
You got to have that defense you know you can go to in running situations. Your base defense where you say, okay, this is where I'm going to start, and I'm going to stop the run, stuff it up front. My guys play big up front. And then if I need to add some blitzes to it later on down the road, I can. But great job in the base defense making a play.
Quick strike complete. Really nice job there by both guys to throw and the catch to work that defense and get the first down. Tulane right back to the line. That was a really nice catch and an even better run after the grab.
Yeah, and get that ball to your playmaker. What's good about having him in the slot is he can go either direction. You can get him matched up on somebody.
And he makes the grab at the 20. And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes the stop. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. And it'll be intercepted in the end zone. Bringing it back. He's inside the 40. Running inside the 20. Touchdown, Bama! How about that D coming up with a play like that? They want to finish the season strong, and man, are they doing that here in this Week 11 performance.
Dude, you're just thinking hold him to 3, make him kick a field goal, don't let him score points. Heck no, you turn it into offense. What a play. Catches the ball in the end zone. Take a knee. Take a knee. No, sir. I'm taking this thing all the way back 100 yards to the house. What a play.
17.
Kickoff team is on the field. They'll try to drive this one deep. And the ball will make it into the end zone. No return on that one for a touchback. First down to start the drive after the break. They'll start this drive with a pass. Gets away. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
And this defense has done such a great job. Another sack on the day. They forced an interception. They've been flying all over the field playing great defense.
This could have the earmarks of a wasted drive if they don't come up with something on second down from the 13. He's looking to throw. Oh, he's going to try to hit him over the top. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play.
This defense better not blink. I know they've got a lead here in the fourth quarter, but just look at who they're going against. This quarterback is one of the best in the nation. They cannot rest on their laurels. Someone's going to have to make a play.
They'll try again on second down after the incompletion. Wide receiver shows motion. He's back to throw on second down. Makes the grab. Tackled after picking up the first down. This Tulane offense has a great drive going.
I'll tell you, you cannot count this team out because of who's playing quarterback. When this guy's in the game, it's never over. Yeah, they're trailing here in the fourth quarter, but this dude can put up points quickly.
He's going to pass. Fires to the right. Complete downfield. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. Fresh set of downs after the completion. Going up top on first down. On the move, he fires. Off the deflection, missed a great chance to force the turnover. Instead, it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Back to the air one more time. He makes the connection. He gets it all the way down to the 5-yard line. A terrific catch and run before he stopped. Tulane with an opportunity on first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he'll get this one back to the line of scrimmage, but no farther than that.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that. and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
They'll try to dial up a better one this time on 2nd and goal from the 5. A run for the quarterback. Touchdown, Tulane! And they take it in for 6 more points. On to attempt the try.
This is like having an extra running back in your backfield. This quarterback is magic. When he decides to keep the football, he can make people look absolutely silly. He shows you on that play.
They still have work to do, trailing by 2 possessions here in the 4th. They'll line up for the onside kick. He's able to grab the football, and the hands team gets the job done. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. On 1st down, here comes this offense.
Clear! Here we go!
Now the quarterback changing the original play call. They're trying to get to it. And here's the pick, and oh, did they need that right now. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
We still got time. Great job by the defense doing the most important thing, getting the ball back to their offense. Now the offense has to answer the bell, but good job creating the turnover. Now the offense, your turn.
The offense set for a 1st down play. Looking to move it through the air. Throws to the wideout. Got him downfield. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a 1st down. Good start to this drive, and they'll need much, much more if they're going to give them a finish.
They need a ton more of this, but you got to start the drives great. The first play needs to be really good. That was a good start. Now we got to keep building on it, and we got to do it in a hurry.
He's run out of bounds, but not before, turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a 1st down.
Well, that's exactly why you practice these 2-minute situations. The quarterback knew exactly where to go. He's trying to work the sideline, save some clock. Great route by the receiver getting open, making the catch, getting out of bounds. And this drive is off to a pretty good start.
Stopping the run is very high on every defensive coordinator's list. Making the team one-dimensional. Nice job stuffing the run on that play right there.
Fast motion from the offense. On 2nd down, looking again to throw. Well, the quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. Jumped on top of the pile.
You know, sometimes when you're throwing against zone coverage, you need time for the routes to develop. So nice job by the quarterback there, being patient, allowing his receivers to work themselves open.
On 3rd and short, they'll try to convert through the air. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
Well, the offense has made it known on this drive. They're trying to throw the football. They're going to let this quarterback go to work. The defense does a great job winning up front. They get the sack and try to slow this momentum down.
On 4th down, they'll pass for it. Pocket starts to collapse. Throw to the end zone, picked off. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
And that's a really good job by the defense, understanding the situation of football. It's 4th down. It's late in the game. You got a multi-possession lead. Take away all the deep stuff. Make them force the football into coverage. They do, and they stamp this game.
Not much there. Picks up a couple to the 22.
Well, they've got the lead. The defense just did their part, getting a takeaway. So now if you're on offense, you want to run the ball and take as much time as possible between snaps. Stay in bounds and let this clock tick away.
They'll be perfectly content to go right back to the ground here on 2nd and 8. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
This is a big pressure moment for the offense, too, because they've got the lead, but it's now 3rd down on their own side of the field. They would love nothing more than to be able to convert this, stay on the field, keep leading the clock. But the defense, I'd expect them to bring pressure here, trying to force the ball out of the QB's hands quickly.
We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on third down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
He's going to let it go. And it's intercepted, maybe breathing a little life into this team.
You know, could that be the play that changes the momentum now in this game? Remember, they're down, and it seems like the opponent's got this game in hand, but because of that interception, could that be the play now that generates the momentum to give them a spark to maybe come back and steal this game?
Makes a connection. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure it to first down. Everybody has to be set. They have to get it off. They'll throw it on first down. Blasted as he lets it go. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
Well, the offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
On second down, just keeps firing. The freshman able to get home with the sack.
These are the perfect situations you love to be in. No passing situations. These are not where the offensive tackles want to be. And when you're on the edge and there's no threat of the run, pin your ears back, get the nice first down sack.
A deep throw as the clock winds down. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
After that incompletion, 4th and long now on your own side of the field, you're trailing in the 4th quarter. What's your go-to play call here in the passing game? Where is the matchup that you trust in to come up with a big one to give yourself a chance to stay?
And he sacked. A big play on 4th down to stop this drive.
And that just about does it. That about puts this thing to bed. The offense, listen, they had to go for it, but now defense, this is the situation where you say, I'm just going to eat clock, up by several possessions, eat clock, get out of here with a W.
Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
Brings up second down.
A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14.